You know,
So, is it a hobby or are you serious?
we're
We're
serious.
serious,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely when I was reading about you, and there was and you talked about uh, the moment. It was probably, I think it was during COVID, where you were like kind of stuck, and you were like, do I go work for this job that just offered me a job, or do I do what I want to do for my
Yeah.
life? Having I've I've had a lot of those moments, and I've kind of tried to structure my existence into always leaning towards what I love to do,
Yeah.
and putting everything into it. So it's like music was my thing. So it was like I teach music, I play music, I write music, I do as much as I can to just make that my thing. And you the same. Like
Yeah.
you've organized everything
I,
around being able to do it.
yeah. Yeah. I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home. And during COVID, just before COVID, I was talking to my wife about just needing a production space because I do recording and everything like that. And I said, I want to turn the garage into a studio. And she was like, cool, go ahead. COVID hit. She's like, hey, pump the brakes. And then my boss pulled me aside and said, hey, you're going to have a job throughout this whole thing. Don't worry. And I was like, I called her and I said, hey, I got job security. So I'm ordering all this stuff and I'm starting. This is actually a recording studio as well.
Oh, good. Okay. Because I think doing what you love to do is the ultimate investment you can make.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's super important. And like for me, I've got kids, and when you're living with somebody, you got a wife or a significant other or whatever it is, if you're not doing that stuff you love, you become miserable.
Right.
Yes.
There were times when, like, life gets crazy, things get in the way, and eventually, like, Jen will turn to me and go outside, pick up a guitar, and just do you. Just do that for the evening. Like, just go outside, get it out, and then come back. And I'm very lucky, very, very lucky.
Yeah. It's good to have support.
Well, that's one thing I did want to ask you about. We'll put pause on question 7 for
Yeah.
a little bit. We'll come back to it. But I wanted to ask you, like, you've found yourself doing so many different things in so many different avenues, and I do want, because people that are listening um, should go check out your story and really find out more about you and everything that you're doing. But uh, deciding that um, storytelling was the thing, right? Is very cool, and it's I went through a similar thing recently where I was like, am I a singer? Am I a songwriter? Am I a guitar player? Am I a musician? Am I a teacher? And it was like, you know what I am? I'm an entertainer, I'm an educator, and I'm a storyteller. And those are the things that I do. And then music is one of the ways that I do those things. And I think it's really cool. When I was reading about you, is finding that moment where you had that kind of awakening of um, okay, yes, I'm a writer, yes, I'm an actor, yes, I'm a singer, yes, I'm a performer, yes, I'm a storyteller. What was like your aha moment that made you think of things in a bigger way? Because that's kind of like a zoom out.
Huge zoom out, yeah.
That's a zoom out and look at the whole picture and go like, oh, this is who I am. Like, what was that for you?
I was standing on stage, I believe it was Austin, Texas, with the Moth. And I was telling the story of losing my mother in 2005. And then 9 months later, my son died from a brain injury, from a
Mhm.
car accident. And I remember uh, I could hear a pin drop. It was so still in there. And then I realized the audience was leaning forward, waiting for my next word.
Mhm.
And it just hit me. You're a storyteller.